Okay, ladies and gentlemen, vegan conflict here to show you how I do my 290s. Now hopefully this is the frontier starting group. So what I do is I start down here and I fly all the way down here. You can group your ships up a little tiny bit if you wanted to, but it doesn't really be required. And then as soon as I get to this point here, I turn up to here, and then I'm going to focus fire on this affliction. You'll mostly kill that one there. Sometimes you kill that tendril there, but it's not really required. And now once I get up to here, I start flying this way. I focus fire on the augers there, and then I fly up and around here. And then I focus fire on this one here. I'll just come into here. As you'll note, I'm probably taking a bit more damage than what I should have here, but something went a bit weird there. But never mind. Now I focus on the tendrils, and then I kill that one there. Now I play a sneaky little game of hide my Valiants in the frontier, because when I get them all close enough, you'll notice that I'm fully inside the firing arc, which means that it doesn't fire at my ships. Yay! Now I fly up to here, and I'm aiming for a point that's outside the trigger zone there, but it's also going to be outside the trigger zone there. So what I do there is I just sort of, if I focus fire on that one, it groups my ships up a little bit better. I'll just send this one across this way, just a little bit that way, so I can group them up a little bit. Now, this section I do a little bit differently to the frontier section. Now what I do here is I get all the way up to about here. I turn and spin this way. Now I have none of these ships will start moving yet until I get a little bit closer. But then I'm not going to be focusing on this affliction. I'll kill it, but I'm not going to focus fire on it. I'm basically going to be driving in straight towards this pandemic. Now the reason why is because if I kill the spawners off, there's overdrive in the pandemic, which goes absolutely nuts for it. So you need to kill the pandemic first, because then just keep driving in there, bang, done. Now I just kill that one to there, and then I basically repeat the same process in reverse, but where I will kill everything else going around. Now last one to there. Now we fly all the way down to here. Now I'll just ignore all these things up here because they're all going to die anyway. Okay, I'll probably get a little bit more damage than what I normally would, about 94%, but that's not too bad. And now we fly this one identical to the way we did the frontier section, where you're flying through the outside, but this time I do it slightly differently by this. I ignore virtually everything, and I fly down this direction here towards this one from that angle. I do have a bird watching. Ben Sex watching me. Hopefully you'll watch the YouTube video. Anyway, like I say, you've got plenty of time. You'll kill this thing in no time as well. So now I get to about there. So the idea here is you want to come down to about here, focus fire on this auger here. Once again, you'll kill this affliction, not a problem going in through there. So you're not even worried about that. You're trying to stay out of the firing arcs too much of these three here, because once they start slowing you down, you're in a little bit of trouble. Now I focus fire on this one here. I was a little bit slow on that. And then basically I just keep going around and I'm still ignoring all those other things until I get to here. And once again, I focus fire on the affliction, and then once again focus fire on one of those holes there, and once they all die, now I just bum rush into here, because then it just keeps spreading my fire anyway. And I'm 89. Come on, there we go, bang, 89%. Now, that cost me 1 hour and 24 minutes, which does seem a bit extreme, but when I take the whole fleet out, and I go back into my, oops, I've got the settings wrong there, Vega, sort by damage. Now, the longest repair is 22 minutes. Take the 5 minutes off, it's 17 minutes. And then the lowest one, which was 7 minutes 45, so 3 minutes. You can micro repair each of these, like, once again, 5 minutes. You can literally, of that whole, of that whole 1 hour, whatever the hell it was, 1 hour and 24, you can save 30 minutes off that, plus you can do some other things at the same time. So the build for these ones was simply that, and obviously I'm using Commander Burren, and that's pretty much how I do it. You can do it a bit cheaper and a bit easier. It's probably, if you do get the pandemic one coming at you first, drive straight in like I did for the pandemic first, kill that first, then scoot around. If you get the Arbor first, then you can still kite around the bottom to get to the bottom affliction first, and then you can still ignore the other stuff, but it does hurt a lot more. So that's how I do it. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck with your farming. It's going to be around for another 2 more weeks after today, but good luck with the termination tomorrow and the Valentine's event the week after.